everyone. Welcome to Ideal Indian School Online Learning. Class 4 Subject Work Experience, and I am your teacher Ms. Mumtaz Salim. Lesson 2 Computer Inside the System Unit. Have you ever seen inside the big box kept near the monitor? Let's study what this box contains. Before we start, let us have a look to the learning objectives. System unit. Students, you will be able to understand what is a system unit and components inside the system unit. So, first we will have a look onto system unit. System unit is a box-like case that stands near the monitor. It is the most important part of the computer system. What does it do? It protects the internal electronic components from damage. It is also called computer case.
System unit. System unit is a box-like case that stands near the monitor. Some system units are also placed below the monitor. System unit is the most important part of the computer system. It protects the internal electronic components from damage. It is also called computer case. The electronic components and most of the storage devices of a computer reside inside the system unit. Other devices such as keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, speakers, etc. normally occupy space outside the system unit.
Let us see the components inside the system unit. So the components inside the system unit include motherboard, CPU, memory, disk drive, power supply and ports. Now let us see all these components in detail. So first component is motherboard. A motherboard is a large circuit board inside the system unit. It is also known as system board or main board. It holds many electronic components such as the processor, that is CPU, and main memory. It also provides connectors for other devices like mouse, keyboard, monitor, etc.
Inside the system unit include motherboard, CPU, memory, disk drive, power supply and ports. Motherboard. A motherboard is a large circuit board inside the system unit. It is also known as system board or main board. It holds many electronic components such as the processor, CPU and main memory. It also provides connectors for other devices such as mouse, keyboard and monitor.
Second component is CPU. Just like your brain controls each parts of your body, the computer also has a brain which controls its each part. The brain of the computer is called Central Processing Unit, in short CPU. All devices that are connected to the computer first communicate with the CPU in order to carry out a task. CPU is also called processor or microprocessor. You will be watching a video on CPU.
The computer also has a brain which controls its every part. That brain of the computer is called Central Processing Unit (CPU). All devices that are connected to the computer first communicate with the CPU in order to carry out a task. CPU is also called processor or microprocessor. Speed of CPU. The speed of CPU is measured in megahertz (MHz) or gigahertz (GHz). The faster the speed of the CPU, the faster the computer can operate. The speed of CPU is increasing day by day.
Next component is memory. RAM and ROM. RAM means random access memory. ROM means read-only memory. We all have memory that helps in remembering the things. Computer also has a memory which remembers many things by storing data inside it. Memory in the computer is measured in bits and bytes. Computer memory usually consists of one or more chips such as RAM and ROM. RAM is a primary memory which stores data and instructions temporarily in the computer. ROM is read-only memory in which information can be read. It stores data or instruction that need to be stored permanently. ROM is a non-volatile memory. That means its contents are not lost when the power is switched off. But RAM is a volatile memory. That means it loses its contents when the power is switched off.
Memory in the computer is measured in bits and bytes. Computer memory usually consists of one or more chips such as RAM and ROM on the motherboard. RAM, random access memory. RAM is called the primary memory or main memory that stores data and instructions temporarily in the computer. When you start the computer, certain files get loaded from a storage device such as a hard disk into RAM. These files remain in RAM as long as the computer is running. The program or work you execute on the computer also gets stored in RAM temporarily till the time the computer is running. RAM is a volatile memory. It loses its contents when the power is switched off. For this reason, you must save all items you may need in the future. Saving is the process of copying data from RAM to the hard disk. ROM, read-only memory. ROM is the read-only memory from which the information can only be read. As the name read-only suggests, the data on ROM chips cannot be modified. ROM stores data or instructions that need to be permanent. Its contents are created at the time of manufacturing and cannot be changed. It helps the computer to get started. ROM is a non-volatile memory. That means its contents are not lost when the power is switched off.
Disk drives are used for storing data, instructions and informations for future use. Hard disk drive, CD-ROM, DVD drive and Blu-ray drive are the drives fitted inside the system unit. In this, hard disk drive is used to store data and information for future use. CD-ROM or DVD drive is used to read information stored on CDs or DVDs. Blu-ray drive reads information stored on compact discs, CDs, DVDs or Blu-ray discs. SMPS, switched mode power supply, is used to convert alternating current, that is AC, power into direct current, that is DC. And an adapter card enhances the functions of various components of the computer. Now let us see all these things in detail.
Drives. Disk drives are used for storing data, instructions, and information for future use. Some drives are also used for reading information. Hard disk drive, CD-ROM DVD drive, and Blu-ray drive are the drives fitted inside the system unit. Hard disk drive. The hard disk drive is used to store data and information for future use. Most computers have one hard disk located inside the system unit. CD-ROM or DVD drive. A CD-ROM DVD drive reads information stored on compact discs, CDs or DVDs. Blu-ray drive. A Blu-ray drive reads information stored on compact discs, CDs, DVDs or Blu-ray discs. SMPs, switched mode power supply. Many personal computers plug in standard wall outlets which supply an alternating current AC of 115 to 120 volts. This type of power is unsuitable for use with a computer which requires a direct current DC ranging from 5 to more than 15 volts. The SMPS converts the wall outlet AC power into DC. There is a fan built into the power supply that keeps the power supply cool. Adapter cards. An adapter card is a circuit board that is fitted in the socket on motherboard. It enhances the functions of various components of the computer. Some popular adapter cards are: sound card connects to speakers or a microphone. Video card provides enhanced graphics capabilities. Modem card connects to transmission media such as phone lines. Network card provides network connections such as to an Ethernet port. Nowadays, all the latest motherboards include all necessary capabilities and do not require adapter cards. Some motherboards may require adapter cards to provide capabilities such as sound and video.
Ports. Ports are used to plug in computer devices like keyboard, mouse, etc. It has number of holes and slots into which you plug in these computer devices. Popular ports are USB port, display port, graphics array, HDMI port, audio port, network port, and power port.
Holes and slots into which you plug in computer devices. In a typical desktop computer, the back of the system unit contains ports. In a laptop, these ports are on the sides. Ports at the back of system unit: power port, USB ports, HDMI port, monitor port, network port, speaker port, microphone port. Ports at the side of laptop: card reader port, network port, monitor port, HDMI port, CD drive, speaker port, microphone port. Popular ports: monitor port, microphone port, HDMI port, USB port, speaker port, desktop power port, laptop power port, network port.
There is an activity in activity section to match the following pictures with their port name. So please complete the activity section part in the reader. Thank you. Stay safe and take care. Bye.